That's a Mexican wave. Big, high, brilliant, happy. Oh, it's so hard. I'm excited to be going on and doing these more adventures and finding adventure in other places. This has been our most favorite town. If I was to be living in Mexico and finding a place to stay, this is where I would want to be. But I can't. I gotta keep going. We gotta go find new adventures and new people and new experiences. And so here we go. On to new adventures! But I'm gonna cry a little.
Jessica was really dragging her feet last night and this morning. She did not want to leave at all. She's probably gonna be mad at me because I'm making us leave. We have to keep moving. We knew this was our last trip to Santa Rosalia. And like I said, it is sad, it is bittersweet, but we said goodbye to everybody. We got their contact info, their phone numbers, their WhatsApps, all that stuff. And we'll have to just, you know, stay in touch that way. And we are out of Santa Rosalia. Just leaving the harbor. Gonna have a short little sail today, 30 miles or so. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any wind. There's supposed to be 15 knots, but it's pretty dead. Leftover swell, but no wind, so it might be a little bumpy ride.
Hey, I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely led me in. I could wait a million years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel, with you
I wish I had cilantro. My cilantro died.
And I was just sitting here eating my guacamole and chips, a little snack, because we didn't really get breakfast this morning. Look out there, and all I see is red water. There's a huge red tide event right now coming through, which I didn't think was real common in the Sea of Cortez, at least this far north. I know they get it down on the mainland side, but I don't think we've ever seen it in the sea. It's kind of weird, little red patches of water out there everywhere. Looks like today is a motor day. The 15 knots of wind predicted just never showed up. Sail's just flogging, you know. Not flogging, just like slapping back and forth. I really ought to just drop the main. It's not really doing any good. We were hoping for wind, but we also don't want to get stuck here for weeks at a time. The north winds will blow 25, 30 all day long for like 4 or 5 days straight. And we would really like to get to mainland Mexico at a decent time. So we are just, if we have to motor, if we have to sail, we're just taking advantage of every opportunity we can to keep moving south. And we did leave Penasco and we ended up in 33 knot winds the whole way down, double reef in the main. Made great time. It's kind of fun. Today is a different type of day. Today you just sit back, relax, and just motor on down.
out the logbook with our hours and distance that we just traveled and that we motor sailed the whole way. Do a quick note of the dolphin and the red tide that we seen. Maybe have some dinner, I don't know yet. Bummer that it was light winds all day and all we did was motor, but sometimes it is that way when you stick to a schedule. We kind of had to leave even though we knew we were gonna motor, so that's okay.
It's supposed to be a pretty good northerly 3 days from now, I think. 2 to 3, 2 to 4, depends on the model you look at. We're casted up to 30 knots. We did not want to be in Santa Rosalia for that. We would have been stuck there. So we made a move today, the whole 30 miles. This place is pretty good north, but we don't want to stay here either. We'd rather be in San Juanico for it. For one, there's more stuff to do on shore, and that's kind of the main reason. And we have some friends there. That's always a reason too. Tomorrow we're gonna get up, sail again, another 50 miles to Juanico, and then we will probably sit there for a while and hold, you know, ride out this little north wind. We are in beautiful Chivato, Punta Chivato. So we now have a rangefinder that we gathered up when we went home, and we're gonna start guessing how close we are to land or other boats and try to figure out how far we really are. What is Jessica's guess to the abandoned hotel over there on our starboard side?
Well, maybe, how much is the football field? 100 yards?
Yes, ma'am.
80 yards.
80 yards. She thinks we're 240 feet away.
Oh, no, that's the thing. No.
My guess is we're more like 600 feet away.
It's more, we're not that close.
I don't think she's close at all. Let's find out.
I'm not that close.
177 yards.
Oops.
Which is what, 177, call that 180 times 2. 18 to 16. 360 feet? No, that's not right. What am I doing? Times 3. 180 yards times 3. So 180 times 3, 24, 540 feet, I think. Apparently Jessica needs to work on her depth perception.
I don't have any, so can't work on it.
80 yards.
Apparently I don't know how many yards and feet correlate together either, so.
Next time we'll ask her how many football fields, how many American football fields away. There's 300 feet in a football field. All right, we gotta clean this boat up, get it into anchor mode instead of cruising mode, sailing mode, and we're gonna enjoy our evening. First sunset at anchor for a while. Hopefully it's a good one.
Don't spill the coffee.
It is 7 o'clock in the morning. We are getting ready to leave. We actually were hoping to be going about a half hour ago, but
No, you weren't. You said sunrise 7:15. I said it's earlier. You said no.
all right, now she's just yelling at me. All right, it's too early to be yelling at me.
I haven't had coffee. Yeah.
We got 55 miles to go today. We got 12 hours of daylight to do it in. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. We're gonna try real hard. We are going to San Juanico, which we have been in before. So if we get there in the dark, we get there in the dark. Get this show on the road. Let's get Haraya moving. Ready? Yep, go. Okay.
Let's go. Chop, chop.
We're doing a little experiment with our staysail going downwind. I know, sounds odd, but what's happening is the swells are rounding us up a little bit. And there's really not that much wind for this much swell. There must have been some wind up north somewhere pushing us down. We're only in like 6-7 knots of wind, but we've got 4-foot swells, maybe 5. We were talking to someone and he experimented with this as well. And he said he noticed that if he opened up his staysail and sheathed it in tight, that when the boat rounded up, the wind would catch it enough, it would help push the bow back down. He had a wind vane, and it balanced the wind vane better. So we thought we'd try the same thing with our autopilot, see if it would help balance the boat a little bit better. And the staysail is a small enough sail, even if it backwinds a little bit now and then, I don't think it's gonna cause any harm. We thought we'd try it, see how this thing goes. The wind's finally filled in enough. We are actually under sail. Woohoo! We're under sail with the main. I still got the staysail out, kind of experimenting with that a little bit. More of a balancing sail, if you will. I mean, it is catching some wind, you know, and it is doing something. But we're doing 5 knots, so we're good. We'll make it before dark, that's our only goal. It's amazing how much more comfortable the boat is once the motor's off and the wind's actually pushing it.
We are way off course. It's not holding us. It did better when it was straight in.
Relax.
I am relaxed. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Nothing.
No motor, no autopilot making noise.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's peaceful out. It's nice.
It's really cool when we get a new toy and it actually works. I am impressed. This thing is so quiet. Like I have to listen for it and watch it to see if it's actually working.
And the water is getting warmer. Seeing 71 degrees now. That is progress. That is progress. We have been at it all day. I'm cold.
Not showing your belly.
About ready. Don't you worry about my belly. I'm about ready to put a beanie on. The sun's about to set. We are 6 miles away. That's like an hour. We are going to be anchoring at dark. But at least we're going to be there. And the water's gone up to 71.5. So we're making headway.
71.5. That'll still freeze you. Anyway.
It's like a 3 to 4 degree temperature increase since Penasco. Let's see, that's progress.
Progress! Just sitting here watching the sunset as we're heading into Juanico Cove. And it's ironic that we're motoring. Ramada Cove is just this little, well, I can't point it out on the camera, I don't think, but it's right over here on the corner. And that's where all the engine saga began. We sat in this bay for hours trying to get that motor to work again. I hope we don't have a replay. But it's much more peaceful this time. Sun setting, we're almost to our anchorage. It's gonna be a good night. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the adventures. A very special thanks to our patrons who help keep the creative juices flowing.